Because the world doesn't reward shy people, it rewards confident people. And if you're confident in who you are, if you're confident in your abilities to do whatever you want, that's when you're going to be able to live out the life that you want. Because, a lot of people say intelligence is based on, how smart you are in school and how good your grades are. But what I truly believe is that intelligence is based on if you're able to get what you want out of life. Because everyone wants to be confident. Everyone wants nice things. Everyone wants to be able to take care of their family. Everyone wants to be a provider if you're a guy, right? So it's like, we all want these things, but too many guys out there just don't put in the effort every single day to actually get those things. And the thing is, there's nothing stopping you except yourself, because there's somebody in a worse situation than you that has accomplished way more than you. You know what I mean? And guys, it's like, the biggest thing about confidence is that, a lot of people think, oh, when I'm more confident, that's when I'm gonna start, for example, just like talking to girls, right? Like, oh, when I'm more confident, that's when I'm gonna start talking to girls. But it's like, bro, you need to understand that talking to like girls that you've never met, or like putting yourself out there and socializing in that aspect is what makes you more confident. You know what I mean? When you're able to just, meet people randomly, and you're able to just start a conversation with a random stranger, that's what gives you confidence that you're not shy, and that's what gives you confidence in yourself. You know what I mean? It's like that very thing that you're putting off is what gives you the confidence. Like, a lot of people say, oh, once I'm more confident, that's when I'm going to start working out. Bro, but it's like, you working out is going to give you that confidence. You going on that walk is going to make you feel better. You shouldn't think with the mentality, oh, when I feel better about myself, then I'm going to go on the walk. It's like, bro, that's not how it works. And a lot of you guys are sick. You guys might have whatever it is. You might be sick with influenza or some shit. And you're like, oh, once I'm healthy and once I'm not sick, that's when I'm going to start going on runs. That's when I'm going to start going on walks. That's when I'm going to start working out. But, bro, you putting your body through that stress and you going on those walks and doing all those things is exactly what's going to cure your sickness. And the thing is, you need to think with that mentality, because that's what's going to actually force you to become better. Because if the mentality you have isn't allowing you to become better, then there's no point in you having it. You guys need to understand, your brain is the most valuable thing that we have. That's the only thing we can control, is our mindset. So why would you have a mindset that isn't helping you become better? I don't care if you guys want to think about everything so literally. It's like, bro, you have to be optimistically delusional. It's like, bro, even if that workout technically isn't going to cure your sickness, you need to think of the mentality, bro, after I do this workout, I'm going to feel better. After I do this workout, my sickness is going to go away. And watch your brain just convince itself that this is true. You guys need to hypnotize your own brains in order, to see that growth that you guys want. Because once you keep doing that, even though you don't feel like it, and you start building up that confidence, you start building up that momentum, it becomes easy. So if you're going to let that one failure discourage you, you're just going to keep that same type of energy in every single other area of your life. And it's like, now me, right, as a fully grown adult, I've matured so much. And it's like, every single time I fail, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the failure. And I try to fail more often, because I know that me failing is evidence of my effort, and it's evidence that I'm making progress. Because every single failure is me closer, and me getting one step closer to my goal. Because if your goals don't sound crazy, or they don't sound like super insane to where you are now, you're not thinking big enough. And that's what I try to do every single day. I just try to think, how can I shoot as big as possible so that it forces me to become better? Because if your goals are all the way down here, you're just going to put all the way down here effort. But if your goals are up here, you're going to put up here type of effort. And I just try to become that person now that's already accomplished that goal. I tell myself I'm already that guy now. Because once you condition your brain, and once you tell your brain that I am that person now, you start moving and talking and acting like that person. You know what I mean? And one thing that I realized today, I was in the bathroom. My fault. I was in the bathroom today, and usually when I brush my teeth, You know, I'll scroll on IG Reels, you know, I'll scroll on TikTok, you know, and, you know, this isn't going to help me in my life at all, right? I'm just consuming. Now I'm really trying to create. Creating is all I'm focused on. And obviously I'll consume here and there, but I was brushing my teeth, you know, consuming Reels, and I just thought to myself, I'm like, okay, the version of me who has accomplished my goals isn't doing this. He's just brushing his teeth. He's not watching Reels. So I just put my phone down and I stopped doing it. But it's like little things like that, like, just stack up every time. Because every time I'm on my Reels brushing my teeth, bro, I'm here brushing my teeth for like fucking 10, or not 10 minutes, but like 5 minutes, 6, bro. You only need like 2.5 to 3 minutes to brush your teeth, bro. It's the same thing, you know what I mean? It just gets to a point where the only reason why I'm still doing it is because I'm just scrolling. And it's because like, bro, when you're scrolling, your brain isn't like thinking, it's just consuming. But yeah, it's like those little things like that just stack up over time. And the biggest things that give me confidence is I do things that are difficult, that I know are hard, but it's gonna push me to become better. Like me waking up at 5 a.m. every single day, that gives me like a 10% confidence and energy boost, because I'm doing something nobody else is willing to do. You know what I mean? I'm doing something that, even though it's difficult, even though it's really not difficult, there's way harder things to do in life. Waking up at 5 a.m. is easy. But even though it's semi-difficult, you know, but even me personally, like, I've always struggled with waking up early, but now I'm conquering that bad habit. Now I'm conquering that, and that's what's giving me confidence. What gives me confidence is just doing shit other people aren't willing to do. And then, I'm not saying this in an egotistical way, but it makes me feel like this sounds bad, but it basically makes me feel like I'm better than other people because I put in more work than them. I do things they're not willing to do, and it gives me an edge on other people, and it gives me a confidence boost. You guys need to realize, when other people sense that you think that you're better than them, they can sense that energy. They can feel that. They're like, damn, this guy thinks he's better than me. But this is like subtle, like, things that just go unsaid. Nobody really likes talking about this because it comes off as arrogant, it comes off as egotistical. And I get it, guys. I'm not trying to say this in an egotistical way, but for all of you guys who are watching this, you should position your life every single day for you to think you're better than other people. Because the thing is, 90% of people are lazy. They have no purpose. They have no drive to do anything, and they're complacent with their life, and they have zero high standards. So if I'm seeing somebody else that has all 5 of these characteristics, bro, of course I'm gonna think I'm better than you. Of course I am. And here's the thing, bro, we're all equal. I'm not saying this as in like, oh, I'm better. Like, no, like, we're all equal in the eyes of God, right? But when you put in more work than somebody else, you're gonna be farther in the race, because life is a race. And when I say I might be better than you, that's just me now. Like, who knows? He might become better than me in the future. But it's like, you're the life that you live and the person that you are reflections of who you are. You know what I mean? Like, if you see these guys, like, they have a nice lifestyle, they have everything, but, you know, at the end of the day, if they started from zero and they did that on their own, all those things are just a reflection of the person that they had to become. Because for him to get that nice car, you know the qualities, you know the things he had to go through, you know how he had to have that delusional optimism that he's gonna make it happen. Because, bro, a lot of you guys don't understand what it's like to have true confidence. A lot of you guys don't understand what it's like to be delusional about your goals. It's like, dog, bro, like, me personally, it's like, my goals, they may seem so out of reach, but the thing is, I'm so delusional that I'm going to accomplish it. And I believe in myself so much that it's not a matter about when it's going to, or not. It's not a matter about if it's going to happen. It's a matter about when. Because the thing is about me, I don't care if it takes 1 year. I don't care if it takes 5 years. I don't care if it takes 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 100 years. I'm never going to quit. And I know that if I put in the work every single day, the goal is inevitable. You guys need to understand, it's not about a if, it's inevitable. I know it's going to happen. And the thing is, I'm not here for instant gratification. I'm here for delayed gratification. I don't care if I have to do the same shit every single day for fucking 500 years. I'm still gonna do it because I'm just so fucking focused on not giving a fuck about the outcome. I don't care about the outcome. I just care about developing as a person. Guys, it's been 3 months since I've been on my self-development journey, and since I started coaching people. And I feel like I've aged 10 years in these 3 months. And the reason why I've aged so much in these 3 months is because of the amount of pressure I put on myself and how much information I took and I applied to my life. Because if you're just intaking information but it's going out the other ear and you're not using it in your day-to-day life, then it's freaking pointless. But what I do is I intake information from people who I want to be like, and then I basically emulate qualities that I want to have, and I just start doing it myself. So it's making me become the person that I have to be right now. But it's like, guys, if you guys were to look at me 3 months ago, I'm a completely different person. First of all, I have a beard now. Don't even ask me how this beard started growing. Cause like when your mental brain just starts maturing so fast, your physical body just catches up to it. I just started growing a beard out of nowhere, and I feel like I've gotten wiser, and then my beard just starts growing. Guys, is that a coincidence or not, bro? Let me know. Like, let me know, is that a coincidence? It's like, dog, your physical body's gonna catch up, dog. This is the best physical shape I've ever been in. I just benched 275. Guys, like fucking a week ago. I'm about to hit 315 soon. I'm 19 years old. Dog, people don't even think, bro, guys. But the reason why I've matured so much is it's not about the time. It's like, dog, you choose when it's your time to become better. You choose when it's your time to have that confidence you want. You choose the person that you want to be. Bro, if you're broke, if you're skinny, if you're fat, you guys need to understand that's a choice. That's a choice. And I made the conscious choice that I'm going to have high standards for myself. I'm going to be so delusional about myself that average people are going to call me crazy. Dog, you guys have no fucking clue how many people I upset on a daily basis. How many people, first of all, hate on me, but they disguise this hate as jokes. You guys don't know how many people I tell them, the certain goals I have, and I tell them, the things that I want to do with my life, and then they say, no, bro. They say, no, you can't do that. No, that's not the smart choice. Nah, bro, that's unrealistic. Nah, bro, you're not worth that much. Nah, bro, all these things. And it's like, dog, I hear all these things, okay, but I just use it as fuel to become better. Because it's like, okay, they might say those things, but like, that's deep down how they feel. And it's like, people will subtly tell you deep down how they feel by these small things. They're not gonna tell you straight up. I only affirm myself positive qualities. I only tell myself I'm the GOAT, 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 I'm the GOAT. And I tell myself this every single day, regardless of the results, regardless of how many L's I took that day. I don't care, because the thing is, you guys need to understand, it's like, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it and how you allow it to affect your life. And I make the conscious choice that I'm not going to let failures discourage me. I'm just going to use it as fuel to become better. And failures are evidence that I'm putting in the work. But guys, the biggest, and guys, without a doubt, the biggest way to build confidence is literally just to be a man of your word. Bro, this is like a lost art, I feel like, in 2025. It's like, bro, people just say shit, but they don't stand on it. Nobody stands on their word any day. Dog, the reason why my clients are confident I'm going to give them results is because on a day-to-day basis, I talk to my phone and I tell you guys that I'm going to do certain things, and then I do it. Guys, anything I say, bro, you guys need to understand, bro. If you say you're gonna do something, you need to fucking do it. Bro, there's too many guys out there. You guys say shit, but you don't stand on your word at all. You know what that's gonna do? You're not gonna trust yourself at all. When you tell yourself that you want to accomplish these goals, deep down in the back of your head, you're going to be thinking to yourself, bro, do I really mean what I say? Am I really going to do that? Because every single other time I told myself I was going to do something, I didn't do shit. You guys need to understand, bro, your fucking self-opinion, you guys have a self-opinion of yourselves. You guys you also have opinions on other people, but you also have an opinion on yourself. And I only try to uphold that high opinion of myself on a daily basis. Because the thing is, I know if I tell myself, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go on that run at 6 a.m. If I told myself that the day before and I wake up and I don't do it, guess what that's going to do to my confidence. It's going to fucking destroy my confidence, because then I'm going to think, okay, I don't respect my own opinion. I don't respect my own opinion enough to do that shit anyways, just because I told myself to do it. You guys will listen to your boss. You'll listen to your parents when they tell you to do something. But you tell yourself to do something, but you don't fucking do it. And then you wonder why you have no confidence. You wonder why you're in your head 24/7. You wonder why you don't even believe in yourself. It's because you don't fucking stand on your word. Dog, if you tell everyone that you're gonna fucking own an ice cream shop and become the best ice cream fucking manufacturer in the middle or in the North American hemisphere, if you told everybody that, but you don't stand on your word and you don't do it, dog, you're fucking destroying your confidence. Here's the thing. If you're not sure about something, if you don't know you're gonna do it, just don't fucking say it at all. Don't say it at all. Because the thing is, when you say it and then you don't do it, you're fucking destroying your confidence. It's like, dog, if you tell yourself 2025 is my year, if you tell myself this is when I'm gonna get into shape, dog, what the fuck are you doing waiting till next week, waiting till the third week? You guys are waiting like, oh, once I get my paycheck, that's when I'm gonna lock in. Once I get my paycheck, that's when I'm gonna start getting a job. Dog, you sound freaking, bro. It's actually retarded, bro. It's like money isn't what's stopping you. What's stopping you is your laziness and your complacentness to be in the same situation that you've been in for the past fucking 20 years of your life. It's like, dog, you've been fucking fat your whole entire life. It's like, bro, every single day you wait is a day you're telling yourself that you're not serious about making a change. You're telling yourself, yeah, I want these things, but I'm not serious. You're basically disrespecting yourself. Bro, and that is the biggest form of disrespect. Isn't disrespect from other people, because you can't really control what other people say. People hate on me all the time, but I don't really give a fuck. But the highest form of disrespect is when you disrespect yourself, you disregard your own opinion, and you just do whatever the fuck you feel like doing. But guys, you only have two voices in your head. You have the one that wants you to stay in your comfort zone, the one that wants you to be a piece of shit, the one that wants you to just listen to whatever the fuck everyone else says instead of your own opinion. And then you have the other voice that's telling you that you're meant for more, you have high standards, you can't let yourself disrespect you, and you have to do the hard shit in life. It's like, bro, we all have those two voices. But the thing is, you just need to choose, who do I want to be? If I want to be a loser, okay, be comfortable. Bro, but it's like, if you're not fucking being uncomfortable, then how you're not gonna grow. It's like the same thing with your muscles. If you're not stressing the fuck out of your muscles, if your muscles aren't being fucking under attack when you're working out, then how the fuck do you expect them to grow? The only way your muscles grow is if you stress them out, if you put them through things they've never been through, which is by doing weight that you've never lifted. If you're not doing that on a daily basis, bro, your muscles are just gonna stay the same. They're not gonna fucking grow. If you've been doing the same weight in the gym for more than a year, it's like, dog, you're probably in the same fucking place. You haven't grown at all, bro. You haven't gained any muscle. And if that's what you want, that's fine. But nigga, if you're not growing, but the thing is, if you're not growing, you're dying, bro. But it's the same thing with your life. If you're not stressing your life, if you're not being uncomfortable, if you're not putting yourself through things you've never been through, you're never going to grow. You're never going to become a better person. You're never going to develop as a person. You're never going to self-develop. Your level of income will never exceed your level of self-development. You need to self-develop yourself first. You need to become disciplined first. You guys need to realize discipline is the most valuable trait in the whole entire world. The most perfect man to ever walk this earth was Jesus Christ. And what was one of the most quality traits that he portrayed? It was discipline. Jesus Christ was tempted in the desert for 40 days straight. He went through the most temptation ever. He starved himself for 40 days. And guess what? He never folded once. Yes, he was tempted. Every single day he was tempted. But he still never fell for it once. Guys, Jesus Christ is the perfect role model. Anything you guys try to do, you have to ask yourself, what would Jesus do? And the thing is, Jesus was the most disciplined person to ever live. And that's That's the best quality you can have. The best quality you can have is denying that food, denying that thing you know you shouldn't be doing. And that's how you become a stronger person. And then you guys want to say, oh, but it's hard, Oh, I can't do it. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so, bro, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's why you develop as a person, because it's hard. If it was easy, there wouldn't be any value in it. And you know what else Jesus did? He sacrificed. He sacrificed what he wanted to do. He sacrificed his feelings for the greater good of mankind. And that is the perfect role model. Guys, the perfect role model sacrifices himself for other people. He endured all that pain so that we can all have the opportunity to enter the kingdom of heaven. And it's like, you guys need to understand, sacrifice as a guy is the most valuable thing you can do. You need to sacrifice your feelings. You need to sacrifice yourself so that you can be a better person, and so that you can provide for the people in your life. So that you can provide for your mother, you can provide for your father, you can provide for your future family, your future wife, your future kids. But for you to provide, you need to sacrifice yourself. You need to disregard your feelings. You know how many fathers there are out there that go to a job they hate. They do these things they hate, but they do it to provide for everyone around them. And that is the most valuable thing you can do as a guy. The most respectable thing you can do is sacrifice yourself for others, to sacrifice your feelings for others. And that's what gives you confidence. Knowing deep down in your head, I am enduring all this so that the people that I love can live a better life and follow the right example. That is what gives you fulfillment. That's what gives you happiness. Dog, smoking weed is not going to give you happiness. Vaping is not going to give you happiness. Drinking is not going to give you happiness. That's just going to mess you up even more. What gives you happiness is being proud of yourself. Having that high self-respect for yourself. Dog, if you're out of shape and you look in the mirror, you're not going to be able to be like, damn, I'm proud of what I see. You guys need to be proud of who you are. You need to be proud of who you see. You need to be authentic with yourself, and other people are going to feel that energy, and they're going to want to emulate that. Guys, the best way that kids learn is through following the right example. So if you're not in shape, and if you guys want to have the highest quality, the best type of kids ever, you need to follow by example. You need to be in shape. You need to be intelligent. You need to be emotionally mature. You need to be able to have good relationships with your friends, with your family members, with the people in your life. And if you're able to have good relationships, what do you think your kids are going to see? They're going to see you having good relationships with the people in your life, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They see you being respectful to people in public areas. That's exactly what they're gonna do. It's like, bro, you can tell your kids, oh, say thank you to every waiter, be respectful to everybody, open the door for your mother, whatever it is. But if they're not seeing you do it, what makes you think that they're gonna do that long term? It's like, you need to be the example. You need to do the things that they want to do, and the example is kids, right? But even if you don't want to have kids, you still want to be a good example for other people in your life to do better. You want to be somebody that other people can look as an inspiration. But it all starts with being confident. You need to be confident. But if other people aren't going to be confident in you, and they're not going to trust in you, if you're not confident in yourself and you don't trust yourself. But guys, when I was in high school, one thing that completely shattered my confidence, right, was the 10th grade, right? This girl was interested in me, right? And then whenever we started talking. And then, you know, she basically just stopped messing with me, right? Like, just out of nowhere, she just didn't mess with me. And that completely destroyed my confidence, right? She basically rejected me. And the reason why she rejected me is because I had no game at all. I didn't know how to socialize with people. I didn't know how to carry myself. But the thing is, I had been at my house for a year and a half straight during COVID. I would jack off like 5 times a day. I would play Fortnite every single day. And then I would wonder why I had low confidence. Dog, I had fucking low confidence because look at the life I was living. You know what I mean? And at this time, I was 15, 16 years old, but it just taught me so much. And then I would ask myself, okay, why do I have such low confidence? And then I realized it's because I'm fucking doing all this bullshit that's just fucking me up, right? So the first thing that I did is I started working out, right? Instead of playing Fortnite, instead of putting my time towards that, just started working out. I just got a membership, got in the gym. I didn't know how to do shit. I didn't know how to work out at all. I'm like, okay, let me do this. Let me build. And then slowly I saw progress, but surely I did. It's like, dog, I did not see progress quickly. The first 3 months, dog, I couldn't even bench a plate. I literally couldn't even do a push-up. I couldn't do a push-up when I first started. That's how weak I was. I was this frail, weak kid, couldn't do a push-up. And I remember this girl rejected me. And then, bro, I was dead ass, like, on the verge of crying. I didn't cry over it. But, like, I remember it affecting me so much because I'm like, damn, like, I just felt worthless because she was interested in me first. And then I fucked it up because of, I just didn't know how to carry myself, right? And then I remember this one time I hugged my mom after school. And I was just hugging her for way too long because I was just thinking, like, damn, my mom is the only woman that will love me for me no matter what. She's the only woman that's genuinely always going to be there for me, no matter the person that I am. You know what I mean? And I just started hugging her, and I was, like, literally about to cry. But she had no idea. She just thought it was a normal hug. But I was just like, damn, like, this girl just rejected me, like, what the fuck? And I just let it get to my head, and it completely destroyed my confidence. And it's like, that year was the worst year of my life. You know, I would get picked on all the time. I was the smallest kid in the world. You know, I was like 5'4". And, you know, I didn't really like the way I looked. I had no drip at all. And in this time, you know, the self-opinion I had of myself was all the way on the floor. Like, I didn't respect myself. I didn't think that I was, you know, somebody that was worthy of being respected, at least to myself, right? But this is when I was younger, right? And I would see other people, and I would be like, damn, that guy looks so cool. I would be like, damn, that guy looks so confident. And, you know, I would constantly put other people over me, right? But by the time I was a senior in high school, I was a completely different person. I didn't think like that anymore. I didn't think the same way that I thought about myself when I was a sophomore. By the time I was a senior, first of all, I knew everybody. I was actually, like, sociable. I actually felt like I was being myself. You know, I still wasn't 100% the highest version of myself, but I was still a monumentally different person than who I was as a sophomore. You know what I mean? When I was a senior, I had already been working out for like a year and a half. I already looked better than everybody, right? I was stronger than everybody. You know, I grew like a little bit taller as well. I wasn't as short. I was still short. I mean, I'm still short to this day. I'm only like 5'6.5". But there was a different energy about me by the time I was a senior. You know, I carried myself more seriously. You know, I got a different haircut. I looked different. I was a lot more confident. And now that I'm asking myself, okay, you know, why did I get that confidence? Why did I get it? And here were the main things, right? First of all, I stopped jacking off. That was the most important thing. It's like, dog, if you're giving away your life force energy to just nothingness and you're putting your time towards that, it's going to kill your confidence. You're going to wonder why you can't socialize with people and you constantly have anxieties because of that. That's the first thing you need to cut off. And watching porn and doing all that shit, that will genuinely kill your confidence before anything else. It's like, bro, you can have a 10 out of 10 physique, but if you still beat your meat consistently, you're still going to have no confidence. So that's the first thing I cut out. I cut out beating my meat and watching porn. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect, right? There was still here and there, like, I'll probably do it once and then just stop for like a couple weeks, or I'll stop for a couple months. But I'll have like phases where like I'll stop for like 6 months straight, and then I'll relapse for like a couple of days, and then I'll just stop again. But guys, I'm just trying to explain, I'm not perfect. We all go through these struggles, but it's about striving to become better every single day. And whatever, that's one thing I cut out. Another thing I started doing is I just started working out consistently. I just started building something, and as I just started looking better, I just started feeling better. I started having more confidence, and I started respecting myself more. I started being like, damn, I'm actually a cool ass dude, because look at this physique that I have. Look at all this work that I'm putting in. And the thing is, I just got obsessed with seeing progress. And that's another thing that built my confidence. You know what I mean? And what's another thing that built my confidence? Another thing? Honestly, by the time I was a senior, you know, I started being more social. I started doing all these things. And I think those are the main things that built my confidence. But here's the thing. My confidence was better my senior year. But me today, right? My confidence is still way higher now than it was my senior year. And I just feel myself improving every single year. Imagine me a year from now. Imagine me a year from now. I'm probably going to have 50 times more confidence. But because it's like, guys, that you guys need to understand that it's exponential growth. It's exponential growth. That's how we do it. But guys, so boom. But the reason why my confidence is so much more now is because I'm putting myself through things that I've never been through, that are just forcing me to become better. They're forcing me to be outside of my comfort zone and to just become better. One thing is I started posting content. I started, you know, talking about my story. I started inspiring people. I just started doing all these things, and this is what built my confidence as well. And it's like I'm building my confidence now by just putting myself in uncomfortable situations. Like when I first started posting, don't get me wrong, my confidence, how do I explain this? It's not that my confidence went down, but it's like I was just constantly uncomfortable, and you know, there was just certain things that I was doing, and I just felt like, okay, this post wasn't good. And like when I would do posts that I wasn't proud of, but I would post it, I guess you could say that did affect my confidence. It did affect it to a certain extent, and my confidence was on the floor because I started on the floor. When I first started posting, my videos weren't getting a lot of views. You know, I wasn't getting a lot of engagements, and it's like people would see that. It's like like everyone could see how you're doing. They see you starting from the bottom, but the most fulfilling thing is just seeing progress, seeing improvement, and that's when my confidence got boosted even more. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you want to make it all the way to the top, you need to start all the way from the bottom, and you need to break down the foundation you have and start from the bottom for you to make it to places you've never reached in your whole entire life. So, and now what I realize is that people either extremely love me or they extremely hate me, because I'm not afraid to tell my opinions, and I say how it is. I had a lot of people that I thought I was cool with that just unfollowed me, that don't support me in any way, shape, or form. And it's like, I don't take it personally, but it just shows you how people are, and how when you're outspoken and you just say raw how you feel, people get offended, and you know, people just don't really support you, which is fine. I don't really care about people support who don't want to support me, you know what I mean? But it just opens your eyes to how people truly are. And so yeah, I have a lot of people that hate me. A lot of people don't agree with my opinions, but I would argue that I prefer that than just being in the middle. Because when you're in the middle, people are like, oh, this kid's cool, but he's whatever, you know what I mean? Like, he's whatever, he's just cool. But it's like, bro, I'd rather have people that genuinely love me, that will support me no matter what, and that are there for me, than people that are just in the middle, that are just like, oh, whatever, this kid's cool. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with having haters. I'm okay with having people that completely despise me, because that gives me an energy boost. You guys need to understand, bro. If there's people that are commenting on your posts, DMing you, going out of their way to say these things, it's like, bro, they're putting themselves under you, because hate only comes from below. It's like, dog, I've had these kids, bro, I've had kids follow me, right? But I had this one kid, right? He followed me, and then I didn't follow him back because I didn't know him, and I just didn't follow him back, right? It was nothing personal. I just didn't follow you back. And then this kid wants to, and bro, it's funny because he used to like my post too. He used to like my post, and then he followed me. I didn't follow him back. And then I post a post about like meat or some shit, or like something, and then, or like something about food or something. And then he comments on it a long ass paragraph, and he's like, bro, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, bro. Like, what the fuck? The cholesterol. Bro, I should start making videos too now, because it's like, dog, like, I'm smarter than you, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you don't know. Bro, really? Like, dog, are you serious right now? Like, literally a few days ago, you were liking all my posts, you were following me, and then because I didn't follow you back, you unfollowed me, and then now you're just gonna start hating on everything. And it's fine, but you need to understand, when people do that, it's because they're insecure about something, and it's because, you know, they see you as superior. It's like, dog, if somebody else is hating on you, it's because they see you as better than them, and they're trying to bring you down to their level. And it's like, it'll be smaller shit. If somebody sees that you have potential to surpass them, if they see you're on the path to greatness, bro, they're gonna try to put roadblocks. They're gonna try to tell you you're thinking too big. They're gonna try to tell you be realistic. They're gonna try to tell you, oh, you don't have all the answers. Dog, let me tell you something, bro. We're humans. Of course we don't have all the fucking answers, but I'm educating myself on a daily basis. I never claimed to be perfect, but I did claim to put in the effort to improve every single day. That's what I did claim to do. So it's like, now I'm grateful that I have all the haters, because I have all the haters, I also have a bunch of people that love me. If you want to be able to provide for other people, first of all, you need to be confident in yourself. And second of all, you need to have optimistic delusion that you're able to do it. And you need to also experience the other spectrum. You need to experience having no confidence. You need to experience all these things, just as I've experienced. We've all experienced it. But the best part about life is just seeing the growth, seeing you become better. Because once you start treating life like, I don't want to say this in a corny way, but once you start treating it like it's a game and that you're just trying to level up and become better every single day, that's exactly what's going to happen. You guys need to understand, it's like the same way you can level up in GTA is the same way in life. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you are still playing GTA and you're trying to chase robbing the bank, doing all this shit, dog, just rob the bank in real life. Just get money in real life, bro. And it's like, dog, that's what's actually going to give you fulfillment. And I'm not telling you guys rob a literal bank. I'm not telling you to do all these illegal things. I'm just telling you to just get money in real life. It's like, bro, just improve in real life. Don't improve in the game. But it all starts with getting in the best physical shape. It all starts with upgrading your mindset. Because the thing is, your body is a reflection of your mindset. It's all about building discipline. Like I told you guys before, discipline and sacrifice are the two most important things you can have. Because that's what's going to give you confidence. Doing shit you don't feel like doing, but doing it anyways, is what's going to give you confidence. That thing that you've been avoiding, that's what's going to give you confidence. So if any of you guys are interested in getting into the best physical and mental shape of your life, just go ahead and DM me the word fit on IG. It's gonna my IG is gonna be linked in the description. And you know, if you guys have any questions or anything, just leave in the comments down below, or you could just DM me personally on IG. And if you guys are genuinely interested, you're genuinely serious about getting into the best shape of your life, just go ahead and reach out to me. I'm looking forward to speaking with many of you. Yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the video as well.